You logged your mood, tracked your macros, and still forgot to ask your daughter how she felt. But the app gave you a gold star. Congrats. All because you thought yourself into believing being present means showing up. But what if presence is the most expensive thing you can offer because it installs memory into someone's future? Someone who means even more to your life than you do. Warning. This episode will either make you rebuild your presence from the inside out, or you'll realize you never really showed up at all. Side effects may include sudden grief for moments you thought you were present, the realization that absence has a tone, and compulsion to rebuild dinner as a sacred system. Consider yourself warned. Now let's work. My daughter, my gorge, she didn't ask to be seen. She didn't say a word. She came down the stairs in my hoodie, hood all the way up, plate in hand, 2 chicken wings. That's it. She already ate, and we knew that. She knew that. But she wanted to be at the table. She wanted the energy, the ritual, the rhythm. My son, Little G, he's next. Boom, kicks open the basement door, hits us with the sarcasm. Oh, I see how it is. You could feel it. They weren't hungry for food. They were hungry for remembrance. Every night we eat as a family, no exceptions. Dinner isn't dinner. It's a reset, a sacred loop. And even when we try to skip it, their spirit still shows up. That's when I realized presence ain't proximity. Presence is authorship. So let me be clear. Presence isn't being there. It's being remembered there. Memory. It ain't about big moments. It's about patterned emotion. Your presence writes code. Your tone becomes their baseline. The dinner table becomes their nervous system's safe house. You think they don't notice? They do. Even if they don't have a language for it. That's why when you skip the ritual, they still orbit the frequency. They need that tether, that containment, not because they're weak, because they were wired to respond to your remembrance. Let me explain how this works. The subconscious, it does not store timelines. It stores patterns. So when you create rituals of presence, meals, prayers, debriefs, silence, you're not just parenting. You're installing memory architecture. Every time you show up, you write a loop. Every time you miss, you corrupt the loop. The nervous system isn't neutral. It remembers. Your consistency becomes their identity map. And now that the block is hot, you got the call. Now move like it's recorded.
Your call is very important to us.
You know we start with an audit, so ask yourself, what emotion do your kids feel when you enter the room? Is it calm, tension, absence, joy? Don't justify it. Just name it. That is what they are remembering. Then you want to hit them with the remix. What thought have you been reinforcing about your presence? Is it duty? Is it burden? Is it noise? Replace it with truth. My presence is spiritual infrastructure. Then you want to re-record. What action will you embed into their memory today? Sit down, no phone, full eye contact. Ask a question that forces them to reflect, then say nothing. Let the moment imprint. Presence does not mean being there. It means building something that stays when you are not. It means that when they sit down at the table and you are gone, your absence doesn't echo because your memory already filled the room. You think you've got time, but every skipped dinner, every rushed goodbye, every distracted nod, it's recorded. No, not by you, by them. You're not just showing up late. You're programming loss in advance. When they grow, they won't remember the meals. They'll remember the feeling of eating next to someone who wasn't really there. That is what presence steals from absence. It's power. But only if you seal the loop while you still can, because if you don't, you'll one day pray for the chance to give them what you kept calling tomorrow. And they'll have already learned how to eat without you. Own it or be owned by it. You either run the system or the system runs you. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.